Hello everyone, I hope you're having a blessed day. Today I'm coming to you with my K12 review. This is going to be week 21. Yes, we are in week 21. So go ahead and get started. This week was, the pretty much the normal week where we have our normal work that I do with him and then his normal work that he does with his teacher, which is circle time, which is a mandatory class. Also, he had a shared reading class, which is Monday. Wednesday he had a math enrichment class. Thursday he had a language arts enrichment class, and then Friday he had a social studies science class. So he did have a sub today, which is Friday. He had a sub today because his teacher was out. So that was different. This is the second time that we've had a sub, and it's you get used to the other teacher, but the teacher was fine. So it's just the kids just trying to get used to her because a lot of the kids were shy and really wasn't talking that much because I guess being used to the other teacher. So it was good. As far as this week, some of the things that they learned, which I was really surprised, which was in math enrichment, they started doing addition. And honestly do not remember doing addition in pre-K, not kindergarten, but pre-K. I don't even think I did it in kindergarten. I asked my mother-in-law. She's like, when I was in kindergarten, we didn't do anything. All we did was sleep and play all day. And I don't remember doing that. It's not like I'm complaining because I'm glad that he's learning these things, but it just doesn't seem like I learned that when I was that age, but times have changed and these kids are getting smarter and smarter every year, so as time's going. So I was just really surprised but happy at the same time, with teaching him it and seeing him learning it. So I'm trying to think of what we learned in language arts. Oh yeah, we went over digraphs. I know I talked about digraphs before. When you have the blending of a digraph, like you sometimes might have the SH, which for instance you can say sheep, just teaching them how what SH will, if they put up for instance a picture, and for instance let's say they had a picture of a ship and they had the decision, he had to make the decision on, is it a SH, is it a TH, is it what are some of the other ones that they use for the digraphs, a WH. So it's just giving them choices and sounding out the word and teaching them that, when you have an S, it's not S, because you have the S is a S, and then the H is sh, so just teaching them little things. Trying to think what else they learned. They've been working a lot with the digraphs. My son's doing well, but I'm still, making sure that I go over it with him even more, just to keep his mind going. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. Today in science and social studies, they just learned about different types of homes, different homes for animals, different homes that people live in. And I was surprised because they talked about some places that I've never heard of. For instance, there was one called a wigwam or wigwam, and it was supposedly it's made out of mud and sticks, and a lot of people say in Mexico or Native Americans live in those. So it was I was just really surprised to see these different types of homes that I'm learning too, which is funny because some of the things that they learned, which was really funny, I am surprised because I'm I didn't know that. So it's we're learning too, even though we're teaching our kids, we're learning some things too. So it's pretty funny. We're going to school too. So if you're interested in being a learning coach for K12, you're going to be learning too. Unless you're just a smart pants already. So, but anyways, I'm trying to think if there was something else that we went over. She's still teaching them, different sight words. They're still doing their colors, learning how to spell their colors. And this week was yellow. And they have a song with it. My son did have his assessment. They're having assessments this week. Well, this is Friday. And then there's going to be assessments next week where she asked him to write his name, first and last name, write his numbers 1 through 10, and then write I like to, and then whatever it was he liked to do. He likes to play video games. He put I like to play video games. And then at the bottom he had to draw a picture of him. Well, he drew a picture of him playing video games, as well as a book she went over that came with K12, which is called Swimmy, about a little fish, and she just asked him questions about the book because it's something that we use in with our homework, with the work that we do online. So that was fun. My son was acting really shy, which was really weird, but I think it was because it was a little bit later in the day, because we had our assessment like around 3, and I picked that time because I wanted to just, have him get it done. But for now on, it worked fine when I did it earlier, and he seemed like he wasn't as tired. So I'm going to definitely do it early. So if I were you and you had, if you decide to do it and you decide to do your assessments, it just depends on how your child is, because your child might be fine in that time. But mine's, I noticed that it's better for me to do it earlier. So, but I'm just talking and rambling. But yeah, I think that is about it. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. And I hope you have a blessed day and take care. God bless you.